Hi, I'm Rachel Dinan. I'm on vacation. I'm enjoying myself. Not really. Kind of going crazy. Um, I'm not big on not doing anything. I have a really hard time sitting still. I like to go to the beach and go to the boardwalk at nights with the kids, and I'm not allowed to do that now. It's all good. Everything's going to be good. As most of you know, this is my second time fighting breast cancer. My first time it was uh, May of '08, and I was 36 years old, and I had found the lump myself. I ended up going through, what did I have? I had a lumpectomy, chemo, radiation, and I had to have Herceptin for a full year, uh, and I beat it, and I kicked its ass, and I went on and I started doing all kinds of things that I had never done before in my life because I was so scared to live my life. Cancer kicked me in the ass and said it's time to start doing things. Let's go, you know. 2014, I think it was, September of 2014. Every year I have a MRI and a mammogram. My mammograms were coming back good for the first 6 years in 2014. I had one come back and they recommended that I do a biopsy. Yeah, not a fan of the biopsies, but you have to do what you got to do. You just don't even question it. They're like, if the doctors come to you and say, let's do a biopsy, don't wait. Do it. So 2014, I did the biopsy. Everything was good. Everything came back good. It was fat narcosis, or it was in the left breast. My original cancer was in the right breast. Um, so again, fast forward, got to do every summer. I would have such anxieties about having to go through this MRI because there's always that fear of, what if, the cancer is going to come back, like it's like sitting back here, like teasing you, even though I felt good and I knew I kicked it, the form I had was HER2 positive, which was an extremely aggressive form of cancer. And the medicine they had started giving me, they had only started using a few years prior to when they actually gave it to me. And there was no studies of how effective it was. They just knew that they had this medicine and it was kicking ass. So I had to get over a 2 year span, and then I had to get through my 5 year, and they were like, you're cured. So, so again, every summer it was still always that little bit of fear. And this May I was on Facebook, 8 years, 8 years, 8 years, 8 years. I was so excited. And Hooker came back. Sorry. I had told myself over the past 8 years that if it ever came back, I thought about this. There was no questions asked. You do the mastectomy, double mastectomy. Like, don't even play those games anymore. I didn't want to lose my nipples. I love my nipples. But, I just, I have 4 kids, like, and a husband, and you just do what you have to do to get through it. And, so, let's see. So I went for my ultrasound. No, I went for my MRI. Something came back on my right breast, which was where my original cancer was. They said, okay, well, we think it's scar tissue because it was in the same exact spot as the original cancer. So they said, go have an ultrasound, see if it shows up on the ultrasound. So they went and they did the ultrasound, and the ultrasound doc was like, well, I see something. He said, but it looks like scar tissue. It just looks like a fat necrosis, something like that. And he said, I really don't think it's anything. he said, I have one of two options here. He said, I can either send you in for the MRI biopsy. He said, or I can have you wait 6 months and just have another MRI and we'll see if it lights up again. He said, but you know what? You kind of been through the ringer in the past years. He said, just to ease your mind. He says, he says, just ease your mind. He said, just let's do the biopsy. My oncologist didn't think it was anything. I really didn't think it was anything. Like, I kept telling everybody, I'm fine. It's nothing. It's just going to be that scar tissue because my body scar is really thick. Plus, it was in the same exact spot. Like, are you kidding me? And I had my oncologist telling me that the medicine, the Herceptin for the HER2 positive cancer that I had the first time, she had never had anybody have a reoccurrence. So, I was like, I really thought I was good. I just didn't think anything. So we didn't think it was going to be anything. The doctors, nobody really figured it was going to be anything. So I had the biopsy done Friday, I think, on a Friday. Went through the whole weekend. Monday? Everything's run together because it happened so fast. So by Monday or Tuesday, I had found out it was cancer. My oncologist called me. She said to me, Rach, I'm blown away. Like nobody thought this was going to be cancer again. She's like, I want you to get in to see Ayers, which is my surgeon who did my lumpectomy the first time. And she's like, I need you to get in to see Ayers. She says, do you want to call him or you want me to call him? I said, well, if you call him, I'll get him in. You'll get me in faster, And so I got a phone call not too long after that. It was Ayers' office saying, Rach, come in today. Doc will see you today. So I go in, I see Ayers, and basically how it boiled down to was they weren't sure what kind of cancer it was at this point. They didn't know what kind of cancer it was. But I needed, they wanted to, basically, okay, so basically I maxed out on radiation because I had 33 treatments of radiation in my right breast. So it's mastectomy now. Okay, now it's time for a mastectomy. And, Dr. Ayers was talking to me and he's like, okay, Rach, so, I think it was Monday I was there. But he's like, all right, mastectomy. We get, let's start talking about the mastectomy and this and that. And he's talking about just doing the right breast. And I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, I'm having a double mastectomy. And he's like, well, let's not be hasty here. And I'm like, there's nothing hasty to be. I said, look, they already tried to kill me once. I said, now they're trying to kill me again? I said, get this off. Get this shit off of me. I don't need it. I want to live. I don't want to fucking die. Just because, they're great to have, but if they're killing you, get them off. So, and he's just kind of okay. But, I said, no, I want a double mastectomy. And I said, when can you do it? I want it done tomorrow. So, I lost my track of it. So, I said I wanted a double mastectomy. And he didn't want me to be hasty. And I said, when can you get him off? I want him off today. I want him off tomorrow. When can we do this? How far booked out are you? And he's just kind of looking at me like, and he's like, well, probably like the middle of August and this and that. And I said, listen, I'm going on vacation. I said, July 30th for 2 weeks. I said, and I said, this needs to be done before I go on vacation, or it needs, I need to have this done today. Because he said, well, no, it's okay if you go on vacation and have it done when you get back. And I'm like, okay, that's 2 weeks from now for vacation. And then I'm down for vacation for 2 more weeks. I said, that's a month. I said, no, I'm not waiting a month to have cancer taken out of me. You need to take this out now because I can't handle it being in there for another month, So he kind of laughs at me, but he was like, okay, let's talk trash. So I went, and you sit down on her desk, Trisha's desk, and she's like, okay, so what are we doing? She said double mastectomy, and at that time they were talking about putting the port in because my oncologist figured I had a 50% chance of needing chemo. So at that point, they were like, put the port in. So they were going to do a port, and they were going to do a double mastectomy on me. So that was Monday, I think. Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Monday. And then she's trying to get me on the schedule for Friday. God, I love Trish. I was like, oh my God, if you get me on that schedule for Friday, I will love you, you know. And she's like, I'll try my best, I'll try my best, you know. And so she goes back and talks to Dr. Ayers, and he's like, I don't want, let's not make hasty decisions here. And I'm like, it's not hasty. 8 years I've thought about this. This isn't something that, okay, all of a sudden you got cancer, now you think about it. I've been thinking about this for 8 years. There's nothing hasty about it. You know, I knew that you're not going to change my mind. What are you going to change my mind about? Having a lumpectomy and then I'm going to deal with these MRIs for the next, no, get them off. Get them off. Get me out of here now. Off now. So she comes back and she said, well, how about Monday? I was like, all right, I'll settle for Monday. So they scheduled me for Monday. So the following Monday, they totally squeezed me in. I had all my blood work and everything done that week, all my appointments that I needed to have done. I went, and Monday I went into Riddle and I had a double mastectomy. And you know, I've had a lot of surgeries because my body just does not like me, and this double mastectomy actually wasn't that bad. This, out of a lot of my surgeries, this really wasn't that bad. I mean, it sucks. Yeah, I have nothing. Okay, so imagine this. When I was 21, pregnant with my first daughter, I got up to an F cup. F. A, B, C, D, E, F. I got up to an F cup. I was always big. I was always enormous, you know, and I was never comfortable, and I was never proud of them, and, you know, but I was an F cup. When I married my husband, I was a triple E, you know, and, I mean, just, I've always been really well endowed. I would go, oh my God, it was so embarrassing. I would go for my mammogram, well, not my mammogram, but I would go for my MRIs, and after the cancer, and my one boob, my left boob, that was never treated or anything like that, was so big in the MRI machine that it would hang down past the coils, and they would have to put stuff in there to hoist it up to put it in. I mean, I was just, it was gross. It was gross. I was big. I was enormous. So I went from an F at one point in my life to absolutely nothing. I have nothing. I have staples. I have 66 staples where my boobs used to be. But I'm alive. I'm here. These two things are absolutely driving me crazy, and I think I'm going to feel a lot better once they're gone. My drain buddies. I know, isn't that gross? Sorry. They're attached to me. Yeah, I can't get rid of them. But hopefully, in maybe the next 2 days, I have to get below 30 cc's in 24 hours. So, so right now, I'm on vacation with my family. I'm here. They got me and they did everything I had to do, and now I just have to heal. And I hate sitting still, but I'm here. And I, you know, now that I'm feeling better, I didn't really ever feel awful, but now that I'm feeling better, and now that I have to sit here because my body doesn't feel good, yeah, I'm going a little stir crazy. I'm starting to get pissed again that this shit has to happen again. But it's, you know, it's, I wasn't expecting it. Nobody ever expects to get cancer to hear the word cancer. But, the first time, I was devastated. I was crying the whole time. You know, this time it's kind of like, all right, been here, done this, let's do it. What do I got to do? And you do what the doctors say, you do it, you get it done, you move on. Okay, so like, I'm very big into trying to find the humor in everything. And right now, you know, like, I was an F cup. I have nothing. I think my husband and my boys have more than what I have right now. I have a lot of dead, like, old skin. It's gross. It's really disgusting. However, so we're waiting for my Onca score to come back. That takes about 3 weeks. When my Onca score comes back, it'll either tell me I need chemo. So they never put my port in because of the type of cancer I have. Oh, that's the thing. My cancer that came back this time, well, actually, my cancer that I have this time is completely a new cancer from the last time. The last one was HER2 positive, ER/PR negative. This time it's ER/PR positive. It's a brand new cancer, except it's in the same exact spot. Same exact spot. And all that genetic testing, I had it done 3 years ago. I was negative for everything. I mean, they tested even other things to see if possibly that was it. So now everybody at Riddle's talking about Rachel Dinan because, you know, it's really unheard of that I had my first cancer at 36. I'm 45, just turned 45 in June. And here I am with my second cancer, breast cancer, same exact spot. So anyway, so that's, yeah, that, ooh, I'm famous. No, not really. As bad as life seems, it gets better. And I might be a little down today, but it shall pass. I have an incredible business. I'm painting glasses. I'd never done that before. You know, my kids are growing. They're smart. They're funny. Love my kids. My husband's a doll, and that's where I feel really bad. My husband, because he's got to pick up the slack that I can't do. You know, Kevin's really had it hard, and I feel like it's all my fault. So if you see my husband around, give him a pat on the back. Tell him he's doing a great job. I feel awful that he's got to go through this a second time. Not just the first, but a second. It's not fair to him. This is a moment in time that too shall pass. I love that saying, because by the end of August, I'm either going to have new boobs and a tummy tuck. Yes, thank you. Or I'm going to be starting chemo. And then by Christmas, I'll have new boobs and a tummy tuck. So, and this, my kids are worried about me losing my hair. You know, my hair came back fabulous this time. Like, I have great hair. I love my hair. But if I have to go through chemo, it'll come back. It came back last time, you know? I color my hair, because of course I have gray hair, so it doesn't matter the color. But, you know, life's good. I'm still here. It sucks that I'm stuck on the couch in Ocean City, New Jersey, but I'm here. Summer of 2016. Anyway. Alright, guys. I think I said everything I wanted to say, but, if you see my husband, give him a pat on the back. Tell him he's a great guy. He's doing an awesome job. Alright, love you guys. See ya.